What is going on, guys? Back with another YouTube video, and today we're going to be talking about Sneako's response to Charlie, aka Moist Critical, aka Penguin Zero. For those of you who have not been following the drama, there's basically been some back and forth between Charlie and Sneako, and Charlie basically got the last laugh because he absolutely destroyed Sneako in this 15-minute video. Here's how this all started. So basically, Sneako wouldn't stop attacking Charlie. It's been over 3 months. He threatened to shoot him.
You want to watch my clips? Watch my clips. Watch my clips. You want me to watch your clips? Watch my clips. These are the only clips I'm watching. You were?
He threatened to go over to Tampa, and he was waving his gun around, dancing around on video, and then Charlie absolutely destroys him with this little bit of, let's say, gun knowledge, right?
Now, the reason he keeps saying watch my clips while threatening me here is because during the stream I couldn't watch him live because he just kept shouting slurs. So I said watch my clips to see what I was saying about you. I had to communicate via Twitch clips. And I'm sorry to be that guy, this is like the grammar police of guns, but he's a fucking imbecile, you absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips, you absolute fucking dummy. The same way that this is also a mag. They're all mags. Stop saying clips, you look fucking stupid here.
And so Sneako finally responds. And this is Sneako's response. For more in-depth video on the beef between them, just look up Charlie or Penguin Zero and then go watch Charlie's video. He pretty much explains everything that happened. But I just want to do a reaction to Sneako's response after, like, it's been either 2 or 3 weeks. So let's check it out.
These are 3 things that YouTube promotes on the trending page. Moist Critical playing with and sitting on dildos. Moist Critical using Satanism and Antichrist in his music videos.
So, already off with an attack by Sneako. Anybody who knows Charlie, and I mean, I'm not defending, I'm not taking any sides. Obviously, I believe that Charlie actually won the argument between them two. And I'm not particularly fond of Sneako either. But I'm pretty sure Charlie was just joking. Anyways, let's continue.
And his rampant gaming addiction. 3 things you can't say on YouTube, but you could say on Rumble. The COVID vaccine doesn't.
I'm not sure why this is relevant.
2020 election was against Trump, and Bill.
And I'm actually glad he's actually censoring himself, so I don't have to do it later because this video is going up on YouTube. So, yeah.
Billionaire pedophiles use wokeness to keep you depressed and poor. This is why I was banned.
You know, I never understood. This is going off on a little tangent. Aside from this, I never understood the whole keeping people poor. There's always going to be poor people. Not everyone can be rich. If everyone has $1 million, nobody has $1 million. So it's just funny how some people use this thing about, you know, you can be successful in life, but not everybody's going to be rich. And a lot of these people try to sell these ideas to people about being rich when in reality, there's nothing wrong with being normal. There's nothing wrong with living a normal life where you make normal money, you have a family, you know, you have enough to take care of you, to take vacations once a year, and live a happy, fulfilling life. Anyways, that's just a tangent. Let's keep going.
Around 3 years ago, when I was 21 years old, I went to a swinger party with one of my...
This is when he talks about that incident that basically got him ridiculed all over the internet.
Girlfriends and joked about how traumatizing it was on a podcast. I was cheating on her a lot, and I felt bad, and I thought it would make us even if we swapped with the couple. I don't do it anymore. I don't recommend it.
Just because you're cheating on your girl doesn't... I mean, it still doesn't change away from the fact that you got cucked, dude. I mean, you got cucked. You literally watched your girlfriend get fucked by another dude, and you couldn't even bring yourself to fuck that dude's girlfriend. Because, I mean, he talked about it in the podcast that he just couldn't do it. The girl wasn't whatever. So, basically, he just laid there on the bed while his girl was getting pounded out by another dude. And Yeah, and at some point he even said like he was just looking at her while she was like intensely staring at the dude that's like pounding her out. Crazy, man.
And seeing how many people call me a cuck for what I thought was a funny story, you should probably not do the same. Considering I was trending for a week straight on Twitter with hatred, that must mean two things. One, social media breeds negativity, and two,
Yeah, everybody knows that. Everybody knows, and Twitter's like the most toxic place, like on the planet. Twitter's just a cesspool. Like you can't really take Twitter seriously. There's Sneako, and then the fresh and fit losers. The another group of red pill clowns on the net. I mean, these guys, they're probably more cringe than Sneako is, in my opinion. But as of lately, Sneako's been taking that fat L, man.
Moist Critical is the physical embodiment of everything that I stand against. And honestly, no disrespect to him, I don't dislike him. He's just the perfect example of a popular YouTuber.
So you're saying you don't dislike him, but you're still taking shots at him.
That's brainwashed. I used to watch his videos when I was a teenager, just like a lot of my other haters, and today he's everything that I don't.
Not everybody who criticizes you is a hater, though, dude. Like, people have legitimate criticisms of this guy. Not everybody's hating on you. Not everybody's doing it because they're hating on you. You talk about being a millionaire. Do you think Charlie's not a millionaire? He has millions of subscribers on YouTube. He's been doing this for years. I believe I don't know if he still does this. I believe at one point, literally all of the money he made on YouTube would go towards like charity. I'm not sure he's still doing that. I mean, because otherwise, how would he support himself, sustain himself, right? I'm sure he's taking some sort of cut, but he might still be doing that, or I don't know if he does it at all. But this dude really thinks that him saying that he's a millionaire it doesn't make an argument.
I criticize Moist Critical so much because he actually released a video that accidentally changed my entire.
Dude, you did this to yourself. You don't need to criticize him. It would probably would have made you look like a bigger, better person if you just ignored it. But your go-to is always soy boy, cuck, and PC. Those aren't legitimate arguments.
Worldview by slandering my now close friends at Fresh and Fit. You don't have to.
I mean, those guys are cringe. They're cringe as fuck. They're terrible. I wouldn't even want to be associated with them. So I'm making a video, not on them, but on them having Charleston White on their podcast and laughing about grape. Like, Charleston White was explaining how he used to grape white women, and these dudes were laughing. I wouldn't want to be associated with those dudes. And maybe because of all the cringe shit that they say, maybe that's why they get called out all the time. You know what I mean? Like,
what does Moist Critical stand for? What does he believe in? Do you know? I don't. I've watched.
Maybe because he doesn't put his beliefs out there. You ever thought of that? Your beliefs don't have to be public to anybody. I'm sure I have a lot of views on a lot of things that people will never find out about unless, they're within my immediate circle.
The only thing more pathetic than a guy who calls himself an alpha male.
In that video, Moist Critical called Fresh a virgin incel loser, the same insults that I get. He insisted that men can't.
Because Fresh is cringe. If you ever actually go watch Fresh's clips, you can clearly tell Fresh is lying. Fresh probably never had a girl until he actually started doing the podcast and started getting these chicks to come in here, and he was probably paying for that. But you can look at Fresh, the way he talks. He talks about being an alpha male, yet there's no confidence in his voice. There's nothing. He's a cringe dude. Yeah, that's not somebody I would. let's just leave it there.
Can't be with multiple women because Fresh, honestly, isn't a traditional Chad.
There is no reality in the entirety of the fucking multiverse where this man has slept with one woman.
Fresh was just telling a real story about how he pulled 3 girls in one night. And
if you listen to that story, and I'm gonna link it down in the description. The way he tells us, there is no way that happened. That dude does not have that kind of game. Again, the only way I can believe he actually did that is if he paid these women. That's the only way. Because there's no way anybody looks at Fresh and says, this man gets women. There's no way. You look at him and you listen to him talk, nah.
Moist Critical just can't comprehend that somebody like Fresh, who's the same age and on the same level of attractiveness, can be with beautiful women because instead of networking, working hard, and looking fresh, he's playing with dildos and video games.
Again, that's Charlie's choice. That's literally Charlie's choice. Maybe Charlie doesn't want to live that lifestyle. That's not something that he's particularly, interested in. Fresh wants to flaunt his money and do all this stuff or whatever all over Miami. It doesn't matter. He's still a cornball. He's just a cornball with money. And Charlie's just true to himself. He's not interested in that. He has his girlfriend and he lives a fulfilling life the way he wants to live it. This is just a weird argument from Sneako.
Games. In Japan, there is no wokeness, there is no LGBT trans nonsense, and society is civilized. Somebody spills over their bag and everybody comes to help them out because they see each other as extended family. There's no culture war. There is a life outside of the...
I feel like anybody in America would do the same thing too, though. People who see somebody struggling generally tend to be nice and help them out. Like, that's just a silly argument. I don't know what.
Woke degeneracy. And that's why I will continue to defend the movie Cuties until Moist Critical decides to debate me about it. Nobody who hates the movie Cuties has seen it. It's about an Islamic family that moves from West Africa to France, a woke country that's literally on fire right now, and the daughter of the family gets corrupted by TikTok and starts dancing provocatively and leaves her Islamic values behind. She goes from a good Muslim girl to a degenerate wokey, lying, twerking, and fighting, and it blows up in her face and her family's disappointed, and eventually she reverts back to Islam.
I think the problem, I've never seen Cuties, but I think the problem with that people have with Cuties, from what I've seen online, is the fact that there was, no matter what you want to say about it, whether you like the message of what you thought it was, or what you thought the movie represented, what people hated about it was the fact that you had actual little girls being sexualized and twerking in a movie, and that's why people hated it. So it takes away from the message when you're doing that to little kids. Like, you don't go and commit murder to advocate as to why you think murder is bad. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's counterintuitive. That's the reason why people hated the movie. Because regardless of whatever you think of the message, it falls on deaf ears because you had little girls twerking in the video.
I like that movie.
In the movie, I'm sorry.
A lot of the hatred is justified. I should not have been attacking the people in the soy boy collage as much as
Yeah, you shouldn't have been attacking anybody. Maybe Ethan. I think Ethan's a pretty shitty human being overall. I mean, aside from attacking you and stuff like that, he's a pretty shitty human being.
There's no more of my videos. It's just people saying that my life is over, insisting that I'm a bad person. So
You've said some pretty shitty things though, Sneako. And you've done some questionable shit, so...
I am tall, I'm good looking, and I'm successful. This is why the #1 criticism is wannabe alpha male Sneako. Oh, this alpha male, it's...
I mean, yeah, because that's what you kind of portray, but then it kind of falls... It's like you're trying to be like Andrew Tate, but you're just not as good at it.
I'm officially retiring the soy boy image. I forgive everybody who advocated for my cancellation or made documentaries about me, and I'm ditching my attacking style of streaming. And I apologize.
That's good. That's good. I actually commend him for that. I hope he actually stays true to his word.
To Moist Critical for showing a picture on stream of you and your girlfriend. That was not very Christ-like.
Yeah, that's good that you're apologizing to Charlie for doing that. Because you should have never gotten his girlfriend involved, dude. He didn't publicly go out there and put her out. You know, you did that. And you're apologizing, but again, this kind of falls on deaf ears too, because you're apologizing, but you were kind of shitting on him at the beginning of the video.
I'm sorry. And I genuinely hope you provide more value to your extremely large audience. The powers of Satan are taking over the West in real time, and I hope that everyone watching doesn't contribute to it anymore.
I hope that this works out for Sneako, man. I believe in giving people second chances, and maybe Sneako will turn into a better person. Only time will tell. I don't hate the dude. I don't like the dude. I'm not neutral towards any of this. I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that Sneako says. But yeah, I just hope that Sneako actually becomes the person that he says he's trying to be, and be a positive role model instead of trying to tell, you know, kids growing up or men that are lost that the way to be a man is to sleep with a lot of women and just be successful and be toxic, and that women are basically second-rate citizens. But yeah, that's all I got for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your opinions. And that's all I got. But before I go, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you don't miss any videos that I post. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.